They say it takes a village to raise a child. But what happens when that village rejects, abandons, or turns its back on those children? Welcome to my channel. Today, we're exploring an extraordinary tale of resilience, love, and brotherhood. In today's episode, we'll delve into the life of a woman named Ingeborg McIntosh, who dedicated her existence to nurturing and cherishing children considered unloved and unwanted by society. As we uncover her journey, we'll witness the profound impact she had on the lives of these children, particularly 5 boys who would become the central focus of this narrative. Prepare to be moved by a story that transcends mere words, leaving an indelible mark on your heart. Chapter 1. The Woman Who Wouldn't Give Up. Ingeborg McIntosh was not your average individual. She didn't dream of a picture-perfect family with matching outfits or a neatly manicured lawn. She desired more. As fate would have it, she found her purpose in fostering children, providing them with the care and affection they deserved. Throughout her life, she opened the doors of her home to more than 120 children. However, one child would forever change her life. His name was Jordan. When Ingeborg first cradled Jordan, he was not officially her foster son. Nevertheless, she felt an immediate bond with him. It was love at first sight, she would later confess. The road to adoption was far from easy. Jordan's birth mother adamantly refused to part ways with him. She even stipulated that Ingeborg should not be allowed to adopt him, expressing her desire for him to be raised by a family of a particular race. For 4 long years, Ingeborg patiently navigated the complexities of the system, determined to make Jordan hers, and finally her perseverance paid off. After a protracted battle, Jordan officially became her son, cementing their unbreakable bond. Little did she know that this tiny baby would grow up to honor her in the most extraordinary way possible. Chapter 2. 5 Boys, One Unbreakable Bond. Jordan was not an isolated case. Over the years, Ingeborg's heart expanded to embrace 5 boys who had been overlooked and rejected by many. Each boy carried his own story of abandonment or hardship. Some were labeled as troublemakers or too challenging to handle, making them undesirable in the eyes of most. But Ingeborg saw beyond their troubled exteriors. She recognized the inherent goodness within them and welcomed them into her home without hesitation. To outsiders, Ingeborg's home may have appeared chaotic. Raising 5 boys alone could be daunting. Add to that the lack of financial abundance. People might have questioned how she managed. But within those 4 walls, something magical unfolded. These 5 boys, once considered unlovable and unwanted, discovered what it meant to be cherished. They learned that they belonged somewhere, that they were valuable. Under Ingeborg's nurturing guidance, they blossomed into young men. Their laughter echoed through the house, intertwining with the aroma of home-cooked meals and the warmth of genuine affection. The bond they shared transcended the boundaries of a typical family. They were not just mother and sons. They were comrades, confidants, and most importantly, they were a team. Chapter 3. A Mother in Trouble. Time, with its relentless march, brought changes to their lives. The 5 boys grew into strong, responsible young men, each carving their own path in the world. Ingeborg, too, found joy in watching them flourish. However, as the years passed, she began to feel the weight of age catching up with her. Suddenly, her health took a turn for the worse. Upon visiting the doctor, she received devastating news. Ingeborg had been diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease, a condition that had been silently lurking within her. Her kidneys were deteriorating, and dialysis was recommended as a temporary solution. The gravity of the situation became clear. She needed a kidney transplant to survive. But who would come forward to help her in her time of need? Little did she know that her sons had been silently preparing for such a moment. Chapter 4. He did it in secret. The news of Ingeborg's illness sent shockwaves through the family. Each son grappled with the weight of their mother's condition, their hearts aching at the thought of losing her. Jordan, being the eldest, was the first to act. Without informing anyone, he went to the hospital to get tested to see if he was a match for the transplant. The days that followed were filled with hope and anxiety as he waited for the test results. When the news finally came back, confirming he was a suitable match, a wave of relief washed over him. Yet he chose to keep this information secret, wanting to surprise his mother. Jordan knew how much the surgery meant for Ingeborg. It was a matter of life and death, and he couldn't bear the thought of her going through dialysis any longer, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. With determination in his heart, Jordan went ahead with the surgery. The operation was a success. Ingeborg's health began to improve, and she slowly regained her strength. But she had no idea that her son had played the hero, saving her life. Chapter 5. The Unthinkable. As Ingeborg recovered from the surgery, she noticed a change in her sons. They were now more involved in her life than ever before. They helped her with daily tasks, bringing her meals and ensuring she took her medication on time. At first, she had assumed they were just being dutiful sons, rallying together during their mother's time of need. But she couldn't shake off a nagging feeling that there was more to their actions. One evening, while going through her finances, she realized that her bank account was in better shape than it had been in years. There were new deposits, regular and substantial. Confused and concerned, she confronted her sons. And that's when they revealed their secret. Each of the 5 brothers had sacrificed his own financial security to ensure their mother's well-being. They had pooled their incomes, ensuring that she never had to worry about paying her bills. They had taken turns staying with her during her recovery, turning her house into a haven of care and comfort. And they had secretly fixed up her house, making it more accessible for her. As tears of gratitude streamed down Ingeborg's face, she understood that she hadn't just raised 5 boys. She had cultivated a legacy of love, compassion, and brotherhood. The woman who had selflessly devoted her life to nurturing countless children had now received the most precious gift of all, the unwavering support and love of her 5 extraordinary sons. In the tapestry of life, where threads of love, sacrifice, and brotherhood are intricately woven, the story of Ingeborg and her 5 sons stands as a beacon of inspiration. Their journey serves as a reminder that the depth of human connection can transcend boundaries, heal wounds, and create an everlasting bond that defies the passage of time. Their story invites us to reflect on the profound impact of a single individual's life, Ingeborg, who dared to dream of a better future for herself and the countless children she embraced. Her story also reminds us of the transformative power of love and the profound strength that lies within the bonds of motherhood and brotherhood. As we ponder their story, we're inspired to consider the values that truly define our existence and the importance of cherishing the connections that enrich our lives. So, have you ever faced challenges similar to those encountered by Ingeborg? How did you overcome them? Or perhaps you have a story of your own that you'd like to share. We'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you found this story touching and insightful, we encourage you to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on our future uploads. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember that even in the toughest times, love and family can be your guiding light.